Hello, this is that creepy bald guy, and I am so sick of talking about Suburban Knights, so it's almost over. It's almost over.
Moving on, the cinema snob took some time to get used to, because while his Indiana Jones impersonation is good, he barely gets anything to do for the first few parts, and I've always liked the snob for his wit, which is definitely toned down here. Nevertheless, as time goes on, he predictably became my favorite character, having my favorite moment in the entire film.
Prepare to meet Kali in hell!
He definitely ended up getting some of the best material in the long run. I'm still not sure about Lupa, who plays the chick from Enchanted, I think. The good thing is I've always thought Lupa was incapable of being anything but deadpan, so this is a nice divergence, showing that she has some range. But the jokes become predictable, and like the nostalgia chick, the act kinda gets old. 8-Bit Mickey, who was underused in Kick-Assia, actually made me laugh quite a bit this time around. While not all of the gags worked, I did like his reactions to the jokes at his expense. Plus, his Peter Pan demeanor was pretty amusing in general. Pa Dugan plays the nostalgia critic's interpretation of Jeremy Irons' performance from Dungeons & Dragons. And yes, you've heard that correctly. While this might get really annoying for some, like Mars Girl, this is the first time Pa's been able to stand out, and he did make me laugh a few times. Todd in the Shadows plays Todd under the pretense that he's another character from Princess Bride. Todd has no real characterization as much as he has implications of a characterization.
We'd like to thank Todd for handling the cremation, even though I don't think any of us want to know how or why he did it.
Yeah, it's probably best you don't ask.
I do like these implications, but he just doesn't do enough. Shame, as he looks like he could be very funny. Last we have Jew Wario, who plays David Bowie. His impersonation is pretty funny, although he starts off the long string of dick jokes.
God, I never want to hear one of those again.
As for the others, the angry video game nerd lends his voice to an exposition-oriented character, and it works because James Rolfe has a talent for relaying boring information, and making it sound interesting. Suede returns, and I loved his introduction scene because the joy felt by everyone feels genuine. But after that, he just doesn't have a whole lot to do.
Glad to see him back, though.
I do think Matee is funny, but his gag has gotten so old that I found his death scene to be the happiest part of the movie.
Oh, yeah. Spoiler alert.
Most of the sub-villains didn't work for me, but it was the situations that tended to annoy me, not them themselves. What about Malachite, the main villain? I liked him. He can be pretty intense, and he appears to actually know some martial arts. He definitely has a few amusing moments, and he has a lot of presence, too. What I didn't like was how the victims played off of him. They're funny while he's supposed to be scary.
Clearly, Doug's intent was for the scenes to be both funny and intense. Unfortunately, it backfires, and the end result is that the intensity takes away from the comedy, and the comedy takes away from the intensity. It's just one of those things that I admire the attempt, but it just doesn't work.
You know, as a way to conserve space, it might have been better and ballsier if Doug had some of the reviewers play the victims. I mean, if Benzite was the opening kill, he still would have gotten more material to work with than he did in the whole movie. This would have managed the overabundance of characters problem, and I think everyone would have had more to do. So in the long run, some people work, some don't. Some work well with the gimmick, and some are harmed by it. But as a fan of all of these people, or at least most of them, I'd say they were more successful than not.
My name is Marshall Harr, and I'm here to tell you that there's just one episode until this whole review is over, and I am so happy. So happy. Oh, shit. Forgot about Handsome Tom.
I'm Willow.
He's Willow. Way to end on a high note. All clips belong to their respective owners. Can we cut away now, please? No? Saw the Harry Potter movie. Wasn't as good as the last one. Just kind of rushed. Still going. You know, you'd think since I edit these things that I wouldn't have to worry about this kind of shit. But then wait, why am I still going on? Wouldn't I be editing this out anyway? Oh, that's actually a good point. Bye now. Or do I